New Spain coach Montse Tome has just named her squad for this week's UEFA Nations League games against Sweden and Switzerland. There was a lot of expectation because on Friday, 39 players signed a statement saying they were not prepared to play for the national team until further changes were made. This obviously all stems from last September when 15 players first announced they were unavailable for Spain due to changes they felt were needed with the federation. That's accelerated since Luis Rubiales' behaviour after the World Cup final last month. He has since resigned for his conduct, his unsolicited kiss on Jenny Hermoso, and the Spain coach Jorge Vilda was sacked as part of that fallout. But the Spain players on Friday announced that they wanted more changes, more structural changes. So there was uncertainty on Monday about what sort of squad Montse Tome would pick. In the end, she picked a very strong squad. She's picked 15 players that were part of that squad which won the World Cup. She's picked another 4 players who were not at the World Cup because they'd said they were not prepared to return to the national team due to those changes which had been selected or requested last September. The big surprise is that we don't really know if those players are prepared to play for Spain. 20 of the players in her 23-player squad signed a letter on Friday saying that they weren't until further changes were needed. So now it's an unknown. We're already seeing reports saying that these players were not expected to be part of the squad because they've not made themselves available. So this is a story that's perhaps going to run throughout the week. One player who isn't there is Jenny Hermoso, who was subject to that unsolicited kiss from Rubiales. Montse Tome explaining that she's been left out to protect her. She's back in Mexico at the moment with her club side, CF Pachuca. She's pressed charges against Rubiales, who was in court last Friday, but she will not be part of this Spain squad. And we're now going to have to wait and see if the rest of the players that have been called up, including, Mapi Leon and Patrick Guajardo, 2 players who refused to be part of the World Cup squad, in addition to, players who did go to the World Cup, such as back-to-back Ballon d'Or winner Alexia Putellas, the player of the tournament in Australia and New Zealand, Aitana Bonmati, whether they will report for national team duty this week. Spain play Sweden on Friday in Gothenburg, and then they play in Cordoba on Tuesday against Switzerland.